Sophia Carter walked into the Urban Feast, an upscale restaurant she'd been excited to try for weeks. Sophia wasn't just any customer, she was someone who had faced challenges her whole life, yet still managed to rise above them all. Sophia was bound to a wheelchair, but that never stopped her from achieving big things. In fact, she was a sharp, determined entrepreneur who turned struggling businesses into major successes. However, on this particular day, she was about to encounter a moment of humiliation that would change everything. It was a Saturday afternoon when Sophia arrived, hopeful and ready to enjoy a meal she'd heard so much about. As she rolled up to the hostess stand, she was met with, let's just say, less than welcoming vibes. From the moment she entered, it was like the staff didn't know how to act. Instead of being greeted warmly, she felt the weight of judgmental stares. One waitress in particular stood out, Lauren, tall, blonde, and with an air of superiority that could probably be spotted from a mile away. Lauren was clearly not pleased to see Sophia. The tension became impossible to ignore when Lauren dismissed her completely, looking her up and down with a disapproving glare. Before Sophia could even explain that she had a reservation, Lauren cut her off. "I don't think we have any tables for you," she said sharply, her eyes darting towards Sophia's wheelchair like it was some sort of inconvenience. The words stung, but Sophia kept her composure. "I have a reservation," she said calmly, refusing to let her frustration show. But Lauren? Oh. She wasn't done. Without even glancing at the reservation list, she waved Sophia off like she didn't matter. "You'll have to come back another time," she said, brushing her aside and turning her attention to the other customer as if Sophia wasn't even standing, well, sitting right there. It was one of those moments that could break anyone. But Sophia, she wasn't just anyone. While she quietly left the restaurant that day, she was already planning her next move, and let me tell you, it was a move no one saw coming. Instead of dwelling on the sting of being dismissed, she left the restaurant with her head held high, her mind already racing with ideas. For Sophia, this wasn't just another insult. It was a painful reminder of all the times she'd been underestimated because of her wheelchair. But instead of letting it bring her down, it sparked something deep inside her, a determination that would soon change everything for the Urban Feast. Days turned into weeks, but Sophia didn't forget. The waitress's dismissive attitude and the sting of being turned away had transformed into fuel for her next move. While others might have let the experience go, Sophia saw an opportunity. Quietly and methodically, she got to work, doing what she did best. She began gathering information, speaking with business brokers, and analyzing every detail about the restaurant. It didn't take long to discover that the Urban Feast was struggling financially, a challenge that would have made most people nervous. But for Sophia, it was exactly what she needed. This was her chance to not only make a statement, but to take control of a situation where she'd once been powerless. One morning, Sophia returned to the Urban Feast. This time, though, she wasn't walking or rolling into the restaurant as just another customer. She was coming in as the new owner. The restaurant looked as lively as ever, with customers filling the tables and waitstaff buzzing around, pretending to be busier than they really were. And there, right there in the middle of it all, was Lauren. She moved with the same air of superiority, treating customers with a fake charm that vanished the moment they looked away. At the front, the manager was chatting casually with some guests, completely unaware of the moment about to unfold. Sophia, dressed in a sleek, tailored suit, radiated confidence as she approached him. "Excuse me," she said politely, "I'd like to speak with the owner." The manager, oblivious to the storm about to hit, gave her a casual smile and replied, "The owner's out of town, but I'm running things for now." Sophia smiled back, calm and composed, knowing the shock that was about to ripple through the room. "Actually, I am the owner," she said, her voice firm but polite. The manager's smile froze. For a moment, he looked confused, as if she just spoke in a language he didn't understand. But when Sophia handed him the official paperwork, the realization hit like a bolt of lightning. His face turned pale as he scanned the documents, his eyes widening with disbelief. The staff couldn't stop whispering. But the real moment everyone would remember came when Lauren walked over to Sophia's table, still completely unaware of what had just happened. Lauren, in her usual sarcastic tone, said, "Well, it looks like we have a VIP guest today. What can I get you?" She didn't even realize who she was talking to. Sophia looked up, calm but with a confident smile. "I'd like to order a conversation," she replied, locking eyes with Lauren. The words hung in the air as Sophia added, "Do you remember me?" "Last month, you refused to serve me," Sophia said, her voice calm but unyielding. "You turned me away because of this," she gestured toward her wheelchair. "But today, things are different. Today, I'm your boss." The restaurant fell silent. every staff member within earshot froze in place. The stunned looks on their faces made it clear no one had seen this coming. Lauren's confident demeanor crumbled in an instant. She opened her mouth to say something, but no words came out. "I believe in second chances," Sophia continued, her tone steady and filled with purpose. "But I also believe in accountability. The way you treated me, and perhaps others, is unacceptable, especially in a business that now belongs to me." Lauren's face turned bright red. Her earlier arrogance was gone, replaced by panic as she realized what this meant for her. Meanwhile, the other staff members exchanged uneasy glances, wondering if they too were part of a culture that allowed such behavior. Sophia took a deep breath. "This restaurant is going to change. The culture will change. From now on, every customer will be treated with respect and dignity, no matter their appearance, their background, or their abilities." She paused, letting the weight of her words sink in. Then, looking directly at Lauren, she added, "And as for you, you're fired." Lauren's face drained of color. She stammered, trying to apologize, to explain, but it was too late. The decision was final, and the message was clear. Things were going to be different under Sophia's leadership. This restaurant would no longer tolerate rudeness, discrimination, or anything less than excellence. As Lauren stormed out, clearly humiliated and defeated, the rest of the staff gathered around Sophia. They stood there, unsure of what to expect. Their faces showed a mix of fear, curiosity, and hope. But Sophia wasn't there to point fingers or destroy what was left of the restaurant. She was there to rebuild it. She addressed them with a calm but firm voice. "I didn't come here to tear this place apart," she said, looking at each of them. "I came here to make it better. This restaurant can be something incredible, but that's only going to happen if we all work together. If you're willing to work hard, treat every customer the way you'd want to be treated, and show respect to one another, we can turn this into a place we're all proud of. But if you can't do that, you're free to leave." The staff nodded quietly, humbled and more aware than ever of how much their actions could affect others. They realized this was their chance to turn things around. Sophia wasn't there to hold grudges. She was giving them an opportunity to start fresh and be part of something meaningful. Over the next few months, the urban feast became unrecognizable, in the best way possible. Under Sophia's leadership, everything changed. She introduced new policies that prioritized inclusivity, respect, and exceptional customer service. She held training sessions to ensure the staff understood the importance of making everyone feel valued and welcome, no matter who they were or what challenges they faced. Word quickly spread about the incredible transformation. Customers began flocking to the restaurant, not just for the food, but for the warm, welcoming atmosphere that made everyone feel at home. The story of the woman in a wheelchair who bought the restaurant that had once rejected her became a symbol of resilience and positive change. Sophia's determination inspired people from all walks of life to visit, and soon the restaurant was thriving like never before.